First, our team consists of three members, 나경민, 정승아, 김효진. I will explain the background. One-third of world internet users are children and teenagers. This can be expected that children will be able to adapt well to web motion. Next, I would like to introduce edutainment. Edutainment, a compound word of education and entertainment, is a form of education that allows students to enjoy learning as if they were playing a game. We would like to create learning contents that include the basic attributes of edutainment. Previous studies have shown that there are a high possibility of using lip motion in school education based on small group of elementary school students. Functional game can be developed by increasing learners' self-directed learning efficiency by inducing learners' interest and linking education tools to modern society. Our team suggests that possibility of learners will be able to develop into educational games using physical sensitivity in the proactive and proactive manner. With a limb motion controller connected to the computer, we want to recognize and implement children hand gesture in three dimensions, and we want to use these to design software that the game runs. Next, I'd like to talk about the goal. Motion has the advantage of being able to attract children's interest and expand and update content, which is not just interest-inducing dimension, but also by adding fun elements to learning to enhance learning motivation and increase learning effectiveness. Children who are the main user of the game can comprehensively provide spatial awareness and thinking skills in play, and perform mathematical geometric thinking and brain development. It also improves concentration and patience and inspires a sense of accomplishment and challenge, while observing, analyzing, comparing, and reasoning logically to solve problems can also be expected to improve.
Next, I will explain the concept and detailed ideas. If you first access to our application, you can see full segmentation which show the name and feature of each game. Next, let's say you want to play two arms balance. You click the button by placing cursor onto the button around 2 seconds. And you can click start button. And the screen shows tutorial and several games of different level. This game uses blocks of various weight to find the weight of unknown blocks. This will help students develop their thinking skills. Next, selecting the stack cake on the main page will take you through the following steps. If you select the tutorial where you can select the game level, you will get two cake sheets. If you use the numbers on these sheets to build a small number at the large level, you will be able to tell you about the nature of the numbers. You can enjoy the Pentomino games by selecting the next button. Pentomino is the game that makes various shapes with 12 types of shapes made of squares. And the level of difficulty increase, the shape you can use will increase and become more challenging game. This content will be the same as SomaCube, which you enjoy offline. SomaCube is the game that completes the shape presented through the combination of 7 different kinds of blocks. The in-game screen will be configured as follows. On the left side of the initial screen, the completed shape will be placed to recognize what the player has to make. The 7 shape blocks will be scattered around the edges, and the area where the block should be placed will be marked yellow in the center to make them visible.
And here's brief technical approach. First is detection of the closest target and adhering to the closest target. We can calculate and sort game objects in Unity based on distance. We will let your computer know the closest target to adhere and let the players know what objects are closest closer to what object. Also, detection of particular hand gesture will create actions in the monitor. We can grab, place, zoom in and out, zoom in and out, and move one's view, flip and spin the figure with only our hands motion. And we will add physical properties to the object. Rigid body as the property of gravity to the object, and colliders is the formal object for physical collision. Next, we will talk about the result of user interview. The user generally evaluated that our project found the background well and its purpose was also very good. Also, they showed a negative side. They said it's educationally good enough, but it's not fun enough. So we asked what makes the game boring. They said it's because it's too standard and the content is too monotonous. We got a lot of feedback and knew our blog game lacked this fun side. We felt the need to think about how to express contents that user would be more interested in, and we thought we should apply more diverse and interesting content. Here's our next plan. We are going to start making the user interface and the overall frame of the content. In the following 2 weeks, we are going to build a detailed matter. And on week 12, we are going to focus more on the design feature of the game. On the week 13, we're gonna do the user testing and analyze our game based on the user test. And week 14, we're going to organize documents and outcomes for the final presentation. Lastly, this is the reference of our work. Thank you for listening to us.